So how do these modules actually work, and how do they connect with the base unit?
So the base exposes four what are called Samtec connectors. So actually, people look at it and think it's proprietary. It's totally not. So we're exposing every pin everywhere. All right. So what's cool about the Samtec connector is we have a module coming called the von Hippel module. It's named after MIT professor Eric von Hippel, who was a big inspiration for the company. It's a breakout box. And you have access to everything. So if you've got some kooky idea that we had never dreamed up, we aren't going to be the limiting factor. So this is a motion detector, right? I'm going to snap that in. And this is an LCD screen. Now, I personally do not know offhand the specific technical requirements of each, but I can say one thing with confidence. They have massively different power needs. So the entire motherboard has to be able to distribute different levels of power to the different connectors upon request. If you were to take your computer and pull out the VGA card while it was the video card while it was operating, what would happen, right? Assuming sparks don't fly, it would definitely stop working, right? I can barely pull out my USB flash drive without something stupid popping up. While running, you can hot swap modules. I don't want to have to power down or load some drivers or whatever, right? It should just work, and it does.
But the modules have to be activated?
No, but you have to have something that uses the modules. If I were to plug in a USB rocket launcher into my computer, now it'll self-install and figure out that it is in fact a USB rocket launcher, but if I have no app that tells it launch rocket at head or whatever, then it's not going to do anything. The Bug still uses the notion of applications. So an application, so here's GPS on the screen. An application could just be GPS. It's showing maybe a Google map and I'm driving around. That is an app. Someone's got to write that code and you've got to load that code into the Bug base. The iPod's really good at you getting music on it and you listening to it. We wanted this device to work really well with you downloading apps and getting them on here. As you connect to your computer, it shows you a graphical representation that will show you each of your modules in the Bug, and on the right it'll show you all of the apps that the community has developed that correspond to your particular configuration. Okay, so here I have a camera, 5 megapixel and GPS, so I've got a geotagging camera. But I could have lots of different photo types of applications in here. What you can't see so well on this unit is this is actually a series of buttons and an LCD screen. So I can browse through the sets of applications using the hotkeys.
So are you like sort of preloading the application and telling it to expect, say, the GPS unit? Or are you plugging in the GPS unit and then telling the application, oh, look, the GPS unit is now available?
Well, either way. I mean, when you buy it and it shows up at your house, it will have just a launcher application. I would say, 6 months from now, it'll probably still have some base set, but by then we'll already have new modules in the market, which we know what we're building, but we don't necessarily know what apps will come out. So like there's a barcode scanner coming. I don't know what people are going to want to do with it. Maybe someone's got some idea that I haven't thought of before. I hope they do, actually. I'll tell you one thing I want to do. So I got my camera, I got my GPS, I've got my 3G modem. I now have a platform for crowdsourcing the equivalent of Google Street View. Google Street View, it's great, but it's owned proprietary by Google. Another one, this is another one, I kind of thought this up at the show. So obviously I have a home security system, but what if I want to get clever, I'm going on vacation. So what this does is whenever it detects motion, it takes a picture, it uploads to my Twitter so that my friends can say, oh, I was in Jeremy's house. They can look at the picture on my Flickr page, realize it's just the cat, and no problem. Again, nobody's going to build that gadget, but they could.
Well, how about crowdsourcing speed traps?
Oh, someone said that to our CEO. They want a radar detector module, a GPS, and a 3G modem. And so not only when you detect a new one, it uploads it to the cloud, but as you're entering an area, it's reported back to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. We've had some of the law enforcement come by with some of their own ideas. I don't know if they like that one too much, but
well, it'll just be.
We're democratizing the process.
Yeah,
both parties are free to do what they will.
Right, they get theirs, we get ours.
That's right. We're going to try to take a position almost like buying a bag full of Legos. You dump them on the floor. I don't tell you. You can build a spaceship or a house, but I don't have to tell you what to build. You build what you want. We want to take the same kind of philosophy.